Hi guys, my name is Carrizo. I'm a journalist for Esports Driven, and today I have the pleasure to be interview MiniBoo. How are you, MiniBoo?
Hello, I'm good. And you?
I'm good. Thank you for accepting the request to do the interview. My first question for you is, how did you get into esports?
So I was playing rankeds and then like before 16 years old and after I hit like 16 years old. My brother Boo invited me to play VCT quals together with Dreamas from then who is now playing in Liquid with Loudly, my teammate, and Krabon who played for Tundra. And then we played like DreamHack together too. We beat Gambit 13-4, and after that, like GMT invited me to play with them.
Mm.
So that's how I got into esports.
And why did you choose to become a professional Valorant player? Was like that something that you always wanted to do?
My dream was to become CS:GO pro player, but I don't know. In the middle of the path, becoming CS:GO player, I decided to try Valorant, and I got attached to it, and I stick with Valorant.
And can you talk a little bit about your path in Valorant before joining Arctic?
So yeah, as I mentioned before, I played with my brother and my Lithuanian friends. Then after that, I got invited to GMT. I
Mhm.
spent like 4 months playing together with GMT, and I'm very thankful for them that they picked me because I got a lot of invaluable in experience that is helping me right now. And after that, I got benched from GMT, and 1 month after, I got contacted by Finky, the coach of the Arctic, and that's how I got to Arctic.
So you mainly play as a duelist, even though you also play some games as chamber, right? What are some
Yeah.
things that, in your opinion, make like an excellent duelist player at the professional level?
So like mm, the excellent duelist player is like the guy who feels when he needs to make a play, the guy who feels when he can do a play, and the most important thing for me is excellent duelist who feels when to stop, who is not going like for kills or something. Like making like doing nothing is a skill too, and
Mhm.
like if duelist is feeling it, so it's like very important.
Okay, so and how does your daily routine look like? Can you walk me through your normal day?
Uh, uh when I'm like pracking or just
You can do both, like a normal day without practicing, then one with practice or officials.
I'm usually like going to school. Now is summer holiday, so I'm not going to school.
Mhm.
But when like my default day when I'm going to school and parking is like I wake up at 7, I go to school till like 14 or something, and then I chill a bit for a few hours, and then I'm like parking for 6 hours. I After that I'm doing my homework and playing some rankeds usually, and then I'm going to sleep, and like it's repeating every day. But now like I don't really have to do because I'm like chilling right now. So I'm not like really doing anything, just grinding Valorant, going outside and something like this.
Like, is it hard to have school and being basically a professional Valorant player at the same time? How are you able like to conciliate both things?
It's not easy, but I'm ready for this challenge because
Mhm.
I really want to end school and I really want to play Valorant professionally. So I think I will get through this.
Mhm. And how do you, like as a team or as a player, prepare for opponents in general? Like, do you have a specific preparation method that you use?
Individually, I don't prepare for enemies.
Hmm.
But as a team, coach or like in-game leader or assistant coach is like reviewing some of their games, and like saying the main thing, what like their game style or something, what are they like doing specifically. But we get that information, but we don't like play like we still play our game, but we just keep in mind well, like what are they doing.
Sure. And what is your warm-up routine before the officials?
It's nothing special because uh, earlier I was like doing specific like 1 hour Kovac or
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know a lot of death matches or something like this. But then I realized that the best warm up before officials is like default warm up what you're doing every day, because this is like if you're doing this every day, it's like the key to consistency to play consistently good. So you should stick with your like default warm up, like I don't know what you're using to do, and I'm just shooting range for like 15-20 minutes before officials, and like that's it.
And how was it to work with this group of players at Arctic?
uh, the people in Arctic are really very friendly. They became like my second family. They're all my friends, and it's like a pleasure to play with them.
And in your opinion, like what are some of the things, like intangibles, that each player from Arctic Gaming brings to the team that were so important to the team's success this split?
mm, so you want me to say like exactly like what player brings something?
Yeah, yeah.
Like Finky and Raul, like assistant coach and coach, they're like helping us inside and outside the game.
Mm-hmm.
They're supporting us. They're bringing like tactics. They're bringing like saying things to calm us down and something like this. Um, our in-game leader is working a lot too. He's like reviewing games. He's creating like a game plan or something every day. Then me, Tuga, Cincy, and Dex, we are just mm, we are thinking of like what we should do in like macro plays. We are like setting up together. I don't know how to say that. We're just like playing the game. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And how important, in your opinion, is it to like have a great team environment? Do you think like for a team to have success, especially like in a long term run, you have to have a good environment?
Yeah, in my opinion, that's like really important to have great environment in team, and in my opinion, that is the key to victory,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't really think that a team with bad environment can be the number one team. It is really important that every player feels comfortable in the team and it's good environment, because either way it's like not gonna work.
Mm-hmm. And how would you evaluate your campaign in this VRL split? Obviously, you guys got into a league. Not a lot of people were thinking you were able to make playoffs, right? And some people even said that you were going to fight for relegation, but you had a great split, made it to playoffs. So, how would you evaluate your split?
We had like good start. We first like 9 games we performed really well, and we surprised the audience, and everyone started to believing in us, and felt like we're like number one team in the league. But then something happened, and like we couldn't play the same we did the first 9 games. And overall, I think we did great job. We surprised everyone that we can fight, we can win. But in the end, we didn't qualify to Barcelona, so it really makes me sad that we couldn't, because I think we were worth it. But we didn't win, so suddenly we are not worth it. This, but we made a good progress this split, I think.
Mm. So, what are some of the things like you think you personally need to fix or improve? Obviously, you're still very young, but you are one of the most talented players in the league and all around in all VRLs. So, in your opinion, what do you need like to fix or improve to get even better than you are right now?
I think I need to mm, filtrate my communications, because I think I'm saying too much things sometimes like that are not
Mhm.
really necessary, and I think I need to less overpeak. Sometimes I'm overpeaking too much and doing a play when it's not needed.
And how would you describe your playstyle?
I think I'm a really aggressive player. I like to mm, always play aggressive, always not give space for enemy to work with, and I think like mm, when enemy like playing versus me, they're waiting for that aggressive peak of mine.
And is it harder for you to play against like more structured teams or like teams that adapt more on the fly?
Mm, mm, I think that it's harder to play versus teams that are adapting on the fly, because the team that don't adapt, you will lose some rounds, but then you will break their like defense. And if you break their defense and they're doing the same, it's really easy to win.
Mm-hmm.
But the teams who adapt is like really hard to read them. What are they gonna do? And you never know what to expect from them, so it's harder to play versus them.
And is there like a team or a player that you take inspiration from, like a player that you look at and you say, okay, I want to play like him and be like him in the future?
My idol is Simple from CSGO. I
Mm-hmm.
always looked up on him. He's like, I really wanna be like him. But if you're talking about Valorant, then I would say Derke. I
Mm-hmm.
think he's the best player in the world right now. He's really great and he has good playstyle. He's shooting very good, and I wanna play like him.
And what are some of like the main difficulties a team faces throughout a VRL split?
Mm, for me, it's like uh, it's very hard to play best of one,
Mhm.
because it's, I don't know, it's like it feels a bit of random. I don't know. Every game, like I think it's would have been better if you play best of three. Mm, and also like it we played three officials per week, and
Mhm.
it was really hard to change something after every official week, because we didn't really have time for the big changes.
So you touched a little bit about the best of one, right, format.
Yeah.
Would you prefer a best of three format, like, or what are your opinions on the format so far from in the Spain VRL?
Yeah, as I mentioned before, I would like to play best of three, because it's like, even if you lose one map, you still have like a chance to bounce back, and I would rather to play like best of three instead of best of one.
And what are your goals as a player for the remaining of this year, MiniBoo?
As you could see in my Twitter, I am looking for offers right now,
Mm-hmm.
and right now I'm like not doing anything particularly. And this year, I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I really wanna to go to tier one scene someday, but I don't really know what when it's gonna happen, or if it's gonna happen. What I hope it will. And this year, I don't really know. I will try to play mm, every tournament I can, but I don't know like when, like, or what tournament. I don't know. I'm just trying to grind and, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
participate.
And is there anything else you want to say to your fans?
Mm, I would like to say that if anyone is trying to reach pro scene, then you should really uh, focus not only on your aim or game sense or decision making, but you should focus on your mental in game, because you should treat your mental the same as you treat your aim, because even if you're like good player, good shooting, good game sense, and if you are getting tilted so fast, then you're not a good player. So you should focus on that. And also, I would like to thank you, everyone who's supporting me. That means a lot for me.
Anyway, thank you a lot for accepting this interview. It was a pleasure talking to you. I hope you also enjoyed it. And I
Yeah,
wish you the best of luck in the future. I hope you will find a team soon, and I wish to see you in the tier one as fast as possible. Thank you.
thank you.